Dear students, today we are going to learn about the chapter probability. Before going into the chapter, you should know what is the meaning of probability. Probability is finding a chance of an outcome. Suppose if you toss a coin and you don't know what will come, that is called outcome, and tossing a coin is a sample space. So if you do an experiment and if you don't know the outcome, that is called probability. For example, weather forecasting, wheel of fortune, tossing a coin and throwing a dice. If you throw a dice, there will be the number from 1 to 6, and after throwing only we will come to know that I got 6, 3, 4 like that. But before tossing, before throwing a dice, we don't know what we will get. That is called probability. So before going to into the chapter, you should know the following points very clearly. Then only you will understand what is probability. First one is sample space, the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. If you do an experiment and whatever outcome comes, that are called sample space. Suppose tossing a coin means head or tail, you will get that. Two are called the sample space. Event is a set of outcomes of an experiment and it is the subset of sample space. So let us denote event as E. So E is equal to subset of head. That means head or tail is the sample space and event is the head. If you got means head is the event, or tail you got means tail is the event. Number 3 is favorable outcome, a desired result of an event. Suppose you are tossing a coin and you say I get head only, and you are getting head and you got head. So that is called favorable outcome. If you are not getting head and you got tail, means it's not a favorable outcome. So this 3. After that you see the 4th point, experimental probability. The probability is based on actual experiment. It's called experimental probability. Without doing the experiment, if you say the outcome, that is not the experimental probability. And random experiments where the results cannot be predicted in advance. We cannot say what will come. That is called random experiment. Equally likely means 2 or more outcomes are said to be equally likely if they have the same chance of occurrence. So every time if you say I'll get head only and you got head every time, suppose 5 times you are tossing and all the 5 times if you think I'll get head and you got head, means that is equally likely. So theoretical probability, next one is the possibilities when calculated without performing the actual experiment and assuming that each outcome is equally likely. That means you are not performing any experiment and simply you are assuming that I will get head or tail. That is called theoretical probability. And these are all the 7 points. You should go through properly with examples. It is given in the book. Just go through and understand what are all the 7 headings, and these are all important points. Next we will move to some notes. Okay, now see, these are all the important 4 points. What are they? You see, probability can be expressed as fraction, decimal or percentage. Your answer may come in fraction or decimal or percentage. Always we make it as fraction only. And probability of any event ranges from 0 to 1. Remember that the probability of an event cannot be less than 0 or greater than 1. So always it should be in between 0 to 1. It should not be less than 0 or greater than 1. In general, probability of an outcome, how to write: number of times the outcome occurred and total number of times the experiment was conducted. Suppose 5 times you have conducted a tossing a coin, means 5 is the denominator part. And 5 times out of 5 times you got 3 times the head, means the probability of getting head is 3 by 5. Probability of getting tail is 2 by 5. Like that you have to write. Theoretical probability of an event E, number of outcomes favorable to event E, and total number of outcomes. So understood, I think. This also favorable means you think that 3 times tail I should get. So 3 by 10 times you are tossing a coin. So 10. 3 by 10 is the answer of theoretical probability. Okay, let us move to the exercise. You will understand clearly. Exercise question number 1 is theory part. You can write from the book, and I have given the points, no, you can write from there. The 4 questions are there, you can write it short notes. Now see, total balls. First always you have to write the total thing. So probability of getting red ball, probability of red is, there are 6 red balls, so 6 by 10. Blue, there are 4, so 4 by 10. The events are not equally likely. We don't know what we will get. So not equally likely, because every time we cannot say what color ball we pick. So these are all the answers of question number 2. Now question number 3. Total alphabets how many? 26. Probability of choosing a vowel is, there are 5 vowels in an alphabet, in English alphabet, so 5 by 26 is the answer. Let us move to question number 4. So here total numbers given is 100. Total number of prime numbers from 1 to 100 is 25. So these are all the prime numbers, and probability of prime numbers is 25 by 100, or 1 by 4 also you can write. So you should know what are all the prime numbers, then only you can write this, or simply 25 by 100 you write it. This one no need to write. Whatever I have written in the bracket, in the exam if it comes, no need to write. Your answer will be 1 by 4, 25 by 100. Next question number 5. A dice numbered from 1 to 9 is tossed. Find the probability of getting, probability of odd. So total numbers 9. Probability of odd numbers are, these are all the odd numbers, 5 by 9. Understand, I think. Just check it. Next is question number 6. So there are 3 sectors, red, green and yellow they have given. Total sectors are 6. So in the denominator 6 will come. They ask you to put it in the increasing order. So first one is yellow, next increasing is red, third increasing is green. So this is the order: yellow, red and green. This is what they were asking. So hope you understood all the 6 questions. Go through the book and understand